religious stuff on y'all, man. Come on, bro. Like I respect y'all too much to do
That's
that.
bringing you
know what I'm
negative
saying?
energy.
Anyway, my boy Ty Boogie, my brother Ty Boogie, from a Gen Z to a millennial, but a millennial that's breaking down Gen Z stuff. So this is a Gen Z reaction channel too. Well, some of his videos. The Gen Z drunk driving problem. No one is talking about. Ty Boogie podcast. Yo, from one Gen Z vice to another. My boy TSJ was breaking down his nicotine vices, his nicotine habits and addictions and this, that, and the third. What's up with this drunken driving problem though? You know what I'm saying? Alcohol problem among Gen Zs. Damn, let's see what it does to the generation, man. This is
drinking
crazy.
and driving. Once I get to it was a bunch of friends. Drinking and driving. Once I get to the other side, you'll be able to see.
What be blowing my mind is that y'all really be getting in the car drunk as to drive.
Drinking and driving accident I've seen yet. Working on the wrecking yard.
Crazy,
What be
isn't it?
blowing my mind is that y'all really be getting in the car drunk as to drive. Like that's crazy. We don't talk about it enough. Like you get into a contraption that can go upwards of 100 miles an hour. Big vehicle, right? Tons, right? And you be drunk as out of your mind and you go and drive. Like that's crazy as shit. You could have called the Uber. I feel like if you're gonna go out and you know you're gonna get drunk, just how you like budget them drinks, you should budget that ride. Uber can't be too much. And especially like when it comes to like your freedom or your life or somebody else's life, like drunk driving is absurd. I think it's
the way she's putting it really makes sense. Like when you practically think about what we're doing, we're putting ourselves in a vehicle drunk. Remember, you can barely walk. This vehicle, it can go up to 100 and plus miles an hour.
Bro, look. Okay, my bad, Ty. Let me, you know what? Let me not be rude. Let me let you
And we're
finish.
getting in a vehicle and driving it, risking everybody's life, including ours, after spending 100 and some change on some drinks. When you could have just budgeted for the Uber. Go out, have your fun responsibly, but make it home. Allow somebody that's sober to drink. So this video, I think.
Okay, look. Let me just make my point before I forget it. Yo, good to see you, my brother Ty. Look. So this whole thing, bro, you talking about people that just like will, you know, get their alcohol, you know, by any means necessary. You know what I'm saying? Look, there are cases where I have a personal situation, right? I have a personal experience with my granddad, right? Well, let me say my grandmother, my main grandmother, my mother's mother, my grandmother's sister, right? Her former husband, or you know, a guy, but they were so close that I consider him my granddad to this day, right? He's a functional alcoholic. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, homie can just like be chilling, you know what I'm saying? We could be having a whole family just like hang out type shit. And then I mean he likes his hot stuff, his hot liquor, and he could be like drinking the whole time he's there. But the nigga drove by himself and he gonna drive home safe, dog. He gonna get home safe type. Like it always baffles. And he's been this way since I was like, bro, I'm 29 now. He's been this way since I could remember, just, you know, being able to recall my own name. Since I was like a year and a half, like some shit. I'm 29. This nigga still kicking. He's still alive. Like he cool. There's nothing that I've heard that was crazy that was connected to the fact that he's an alcoholic. That was like so crazy, like accidents on the road, blah blah. I mean, he's a human. He makes his mistakes just like everybody. But I've never heard anybody say, yo, because of his alcoholism, he's taking lives or whatever. Like nothing like too extreme that nigga's a functioning. So I feel like the perception of the reality of that, like the reality that happens, you get people that are like functioning alcoholics that can handle their alcohol so goddamn well that everybody now thinks they can, you know, man, I can handle my alcohol. I can like drink, drive, you know what I'm saying? Turns out it's way much crazier when it comes to like Gen Zs trying to do that. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm gonna start doing this on Fridays where I make something about, we react to something about drunk driving or something like that. Yeah. Probably my second or third video in the day on Fridays.
Right.
Because somebody's gonna go out tonight. It is Friday. It is the weekend. We want to enjoy the weekend, right? But make it home. Don't wind up in a jail cell. Don't lose your life. Yeah. Don't alter your life. And don't off somebody else's life.
I mean that is the ideal, you know what I'm saying? Scenario that everybody, the ideal outcome. But yeah, like a whole, like time and time again, people just like prove that shit wrong.
All because you just wanted to have fun. You can have fun in the sake of safety. Okay, still have safety. Still be safe.
Crazy. It's crazy. Like, we act like we give a fuck, but in reality, a lot of people fucking do it. A lot of people fucking do it, and it's like, damn, we as a collective, I don't do that shit. I don't fucking play about that shit. I will call it Uber real quick. But we as a collective, we gotta really like double down on this shit. Like, really like double down on not doing this shit. Not double down on doing this shit, but like take real life. Like keys. When it comes time to like drive and shit, people like, oh no, I drive good drunk. Start shaming them niggas. We gotta bring shame back. Bully the people that need to be bullied, because them bitches need to be bullied. That's all I'm saying.
That's real. And take your friend's keys. If you see your friend is really drunk and they're like, oh no, I'm fine. Listen, man, allow them to park their car or something, or you park their car and Uber them to the house. I remember one time me and one of my homies legitimately almost got to fighting because I would not give him his keys back. He was way too drunk. I would rather you be mad at me all night. We could take this to the sun come up, all that. Then I get a phone call that you didn't make it home. I get a phone call from a jail cell because you got into a wreck. I'd rather that. Like she said it perfectly. Bring shame back, bro.
Look, bro, I don't even want to lie, dog. Like, I see these kind of situations all the time, and like, it's actually kind of, it's discouraging, but it's kind of like, it's astonishing to, I don't even know how to describe it, but like, when I see cases, right, at work, like at the job where I'm at. So I'm at a filling station, right? Like that's where I 9 to 5. That's my little corner of just like grinding for a salary. But you know what I'm saying? Like a whole lot of drivers, you know what I'm saying? Vehicle owners, man, the ladies, well, even the guys, bro. But guys have this stubbornness about themselves where it's like, yo, they even get extra abrasive and extra just obnoxious, bro, when they drunk. You know what I'm saying? And you see them coming down the strip, right? Down the just like rope, wanting to pull up to the filling station that I work at, right? And you can just see like the car just janky, like just it's not even moving straight. You know what I'm saying? You could already tell, especially like there's certain hours, there's certain days, especially now when we're talking weekends and like, you know what I'm saying? You get even early hours of the morning, like when the sun is like way before the sun comes up, right? You get people that just like drive like wild. You know what I'm saying? And then you could already tell, like, yeah, this motherfucker's under the influence, bro. That shit is like scary, but at the same time, it's like mad interesting seeing this. Like, yo, dog, like these people literally came from wherever they came from, drunk as fuck. You know what I'm saying? To just like hit the road like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people are so desensitized to just the threats that could like pose to somebody's life. This one time, bro, like I'm at work, bro, fine ass lady. Like, okay, like the reason why I highlighted the guys is like, boys will be boys, but like when the ladies do it, this one time, this lady pulled up, you know what I'm saying? She drunk and fuck. I ain't gonna lie, she fine shit too. Fine. I'm like, golly, you know what I'm saying? Bro, the bitch couldn't even keep her eyes open, like she was like going like this. And you could tell like that, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can't even keep their eyes open long enough for like 5 seconds without like one of those weak ass blinks where it's like the eyelids are just going weaker and weaker, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, what? It's like, you know what I'm saying? She pull up to the filling station there. She fills up there. She's even flirting with a nigga. I'm like, man. Look, I'm flattered right now, but number one, like I can guarantee you wouldn't have said this type shit if you were sober. You know what I'm saying? Number two, you just like be making better decisions with your life. Like I could tell you make the worst decisions with your life. Like just under the influence, bro. Number one, you want to come flirt with somebody you don't even know from a can of paint. And number two, you literally went, you know what I'm saying, out of where you pulled out the driveway of wherever you come from, and then you literally hit the road, rubber to road, all under the influence. Like it just tells me, that's what it informs me about like today's humanity. Is like, yo, dog, these days people are like, they make the most terrible life decisions because of this vice that's alcohol, right? And another thing, it just exposes the fact that they, you know, value their lives the least. You know what I'm saying? And not just their own lives, but the lives around them, of the people around them. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near disturbing, man, seeing all this kind of shit.
Gotta start shaming people for these things that's becoming too common.
Shame their
Meanwhile,
ass.
we're in a time where everybody wants to text and drive too. So you mix drunk driving, texting and driving, and fast driving, and at night it's a free freeway. And there's barely any cars, so you hitting it. I know there's been nights that I've been on my way home and it's been late, and cars.
Those are the type of hours I'm telling you about. Like, I see these things because, you know what I'm saying, I be working night shifts at my joint. You see these things all the time, bruh. And they be like, yo, they be letting it rip like on those specific hours, the late hours. I'm telling you, bro.
Are flying on the interstate. The room for mistake is so small. And I seen a video about this on TikTok. If you ever see that, do not make no subtle movements, because that car that's coming up behind you, they're trying to time, you know, your car. So if you make a subtle movement, that could be you in their life real quick. You know,
crazy, yeah.
But it's sad. It really is sad. Yo, real quick, I've been putting people on to this out, and I just
was hit and killed by a drunk driver. Would it change the way that you think and feel about drunk? What if your mom or dad, son or daughter, was hit and killed by a drunk driver? Would it change the way that you think and feel about drunk driving? And would it take such a tragedy to make you want to speak out against all the senseless deaths that are caused by it? For me, it did.
What? That shit is rigged, bro.
And I was wrong.
That's so rigged,
and my
bro.
son was the drunk driver. I'm asking everyone to take a stand and help spread the awareness about drunk driving, even if only by sharing this video with others. Help stop the death of one person, which occurs every 39 minutes in this country as a result of drunk driving. You can, everyone can, make a difference in the fight against drunk driving. Unfortunately, it took the death of my son before I realized it.
Talk to your family about the dangers of drunk driving.
What if you're...
See, here's the thing about drunk driving. A lot of people don't believe it can happen because it's never happened to you. You've never got a DUI. You've probably got pulled over, but you was able to get out of the ticket. You always made it home, even though you had so many drinks. Until it's you.
Yeah, and then until it happens one time. That's that whole concept though, where it's like, yo, people rather would learn by getting burnt first before, you know what I'm saying, learning that you don't play with fire type shit. And that whole psychology, right? I know it's a thing where it's like the curiosity of your mind is like it needs to experience the real life consequence of, you know, the negative consequence, whereas it's like, yo, you can actually learn vicariously through other people, through just like learning through, you know what I'm saying, knowing about the thing or learning from a distance, whereas you don't have to go through it. Some other people, I don't know where this psychology comes from, or I couldn't even answer for like why people develop this kind of way of being, bro. Where it's like, no, it hasn't happened with me, so I got this. I know I literally got, like, bro, but time and time again you hear about this mistake happening, and just like the more you hear about it, the more intense, you know, the traumatic experience of it is, the more it traumatizes you, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, people don't want to learn through that way. They'd rather learn through just feeling it themselves, bro. Right? Like, and I never got that type of way of thinking, bro.
Everything that I just named could pretty much change the trajectory of your life.
Yo,
if it just happens one time,
bro.
Out of
that's all it takes.
365 days of the year. Maybe you
got
go
it right.
out maybe 50 times and have drinks, and it only takes one time
for you to lose your life. Damn.
Out of your life.
Damn.
for it to be you. So I just say this. When we budget how many drinks we can buy. I really love what the first girl said. When we budget how many drinks we can buy.
He's playing Russian roulette with their own lives. It's crazy.
Let's budget a Uber. Let's think.
Get a designated driver.
Who lives close to the area I'm gonna be in? Let me call them just in case.
Yeah, designated driver. And even if it means like you pay that person or some shit. Like knowing that, yo, here's another thing that we need to point out, bro. People be choosing. There are people that, you know, may think of things a little more like deeply and want to do the smart thing, and then they might want to get a designated driver. But here's the mistake that they make: they get their best friends to be their designated driver, or they get somebody that they know, like, is also an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get your older brother or some shit, like knowing damn well that nigga might drink themselves. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody who, you know, like, these is not their vibes at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? But for them to tolerate the fact that, you know what, I'll be at a space where people is gonna be drinking, blah blah. At least give them an incentive to be there, so that, you know, after the whole thing, they can be the designated driver, knowing that they're not an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? They, you know, it's sort of like a babysitting gig, but not babysitting because you're there just like as the designated driver. They can stay in the car, but at least like compensate them so that they, you know, it feels like, I don't know, it feels valuable. You know, they get something out of it. Compensate them, you know what I'm saying? But make sure you don't get like somebody that is part of those kind of vibes, dog. That wouldn't make sense.
Call them just in case, because if I'm not, you know, like, if this gets out of hand, I need to just go to their house, Uber to their house.
Yo.
Because it only takes one time.
Brother.
It only takes one time for you to be driving and you fall asleep.
Damn.
One time.
Damn.
Once.
Fuck.
Changes everything you know right now in your life.
Fuck.
I always say in my life right now, you know, I have a very much like stable life, very structured life. Right. So I don't really put myself to any crazy dangers, you know, as far as dangerous locations. I try to take care of my health to the best ability that I can. But then you have on the road, and you hear a lot of people losing their lives on the road. These people lived pretty much safe lives until they got on the road.
Yeah.
You can't stop other drivers, but you can be aware of other drivers. You can't be that aware of other drivers if your awareness is altered. So let's think twice. Let's just budget for that.
Right.
But let's look at a couple of cars that went out. They thought it was just a regular night because it's never happened to them until it was them.
Drinking and driving accident I've seen yet. Working at a wrecking yard.
Damn, they be finished.
Mercedes, 2019. Had 2 fatalities.
Wow.
Now you can, yo, bro, and now you, what? Now you can imagine, bro, if the car like turned out like that, bro, like the human being, the human being that was on the seat, bro, you see the thing just like squished inside the thing, and it's just like pressing against the chair. Like, imagine the human being that was on that chair, squished, mincemeat, what, shredded. Ah, bro, this is just, nah, brother.
I obviously can't get in the car.
Look at that, bro. Look.
Multiple accidents. Or one accident with multiple cars.
Nigga was just sitting right here. Look, that was sitting right there. Imagine the form of his body. Damn. Yeah, this is traumatic. Look at that. Whole back seat.
Whole car was completely rolled over.
Yo, rolled over?
It's a brand new Mercedes-Benz too. Beautiful wheels.
Ain't no way they survived that.
Cars and
no way they survived that.
Drive. Takes a toll on your family.
The can is still even on the seat.
One time.
Your health.
Can is on the seat still.
Sorry, there's no awesome views. You can't open the doors. What you see on these airbags is mud. Just like my boss said, dead people don't bleed. You might leak a little bit.
Dead people don't bleed.
But you don't bleed.
Yeah, they all died here.
Let's put down the booze and quit drinking and driving. We're all a little better than this.
This nigga took a whole, the people that he was driving with or they were driving with.
It never happened.
All of them gone.
Until that day.
Until that day.
They always made it home until that day. They went out, looked at themselves in the mirror, put on their cologne, put on their perfume.
This is traumatizing.
Until that day.
Until that one moment. Moment of silence. For the stupidity.
Just got a new car in. Wasn't
People
at work
out
yesterday,
here.
so
Damn.
my coworkers decided to tell me about this vehicle. So basically the backstory here is it was a bunch of friends drinking and driving.
My bad, y'all. Let me center it.
Hey guys, just got a new car in. Wasn't at work yesterday, so my coworkers decided to tell me about this vehicle. So basically the backstory here is it was a bunch of friends drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Once I get to the other side, you'll be able to see all of that, but it's plumb full of hot Cheetos, limes, and was Modelo's, but our cleaner got to this before I
the
went to work
roof.
today. Complete rollover accident, 2 fatalities. And I put those socks there because they were on.
What? Those look like kid socks, bro. This is like kids in the thing. Damn.
The ground outside the car. Come on here, I talk a lot about drinking and driving, and this is one example. Do you imagine just the devastation and hurt, killing your friends, and just because you wanted to have a good time, and then get in your car and drive?
All at the expense of the lives of your friends, bro. It's crazy.
One thing I've always been keen to this. Yeah. I don't care if I have to go out as the lame friend, the weird friend. If my gut is just telling me, nah, I'm not getting in the car with y'all. I'm good. You're lit and you're driving us. Nah, I will Uber. I'll call somebody. I'm not getting in the car because it's so easy to be peer pressured because you don't want to go out as the lame kid.
That's crazy.
No.
Yeah, that's
or the
crazy.
lame person of the group.
That's crazy.
No. Rather be safe than sorry.
That's a fact.
The vehicle can either kill everybody and you, or it could kill everybody in the car beside you. I hate for anybody, but this is the reality. Now, if everybody lives, thank God. But just like putting a seatbelt on, I didn't ride it with y'all just in case.
Bro, I've heard a crazy ass story where it's like it was even a taxi driver, dog. If you know those I'm a quantum, I'm sure, like those quantum minibus cabs, bro. Like, yo, the 14-seater passenger joints, right? Like, I've heard a story where it's like a drunk taxi driver, you know what I'm saying, got the shit rolled over or some shit. And then like, okay, no, my bad, I'm capping, yo, I'm sorry. The nigga was not drunk, right? But it was a situation where, you know, a stupid decision was made on the road. A whole bunch of those passengers were gone. And he was the only surviving, like, person in the thing. It's like, God, you know what I'm saying? Like, some things can happen at the expense of just everybody else's life except the driver's life. You know what I'm saying? Now, even with this, you know, this drunken driving thing, bro. Imagine, like, you were the one that people was trusting, you know what I'm saying, with their lives, and you also got drunk, and then you were one of those nah, I got this kind of niggas. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, everybody, you know, the accident happens and everybody loses their life except you, the driver, dog. Bro, come on, bro. Even just the guilty conscience of that, like, that should be enough to, like, you know what I'm saying, like, torture you for life. I ain't gonna lie, bro. At that point, you probably like,
my safety is more important. There are certain things in life that you do not get a do-over for. And when we're young, we don't really consider these things because we feel like we almost got infinite lives. We've done so much BS in our life and we survived until
that's crazy.
We don't. Camera died again, y'all.
Damn.
Give me a second.
Quit drinking and driving.
I thought it was my internet, dog. I thought it was my internet tripping there for a second.
Seven people.
My shit be going crazy sometimes too. What? Why is this still on the air? Why is that car still on the air, dog?
Can you say about the doors?
Hi, my name's Coconut.
What?
I bought some in the Broussard Walmart. Yes.
I got your remedy.
Do you hate me? I love you.
That is truly devastating.
It is devastating, bro. Family members getting lost over this type stuff. Crazy.
That is truly devastating. She lost all of her kids.
All of them, bro.
She lost all of her kids. Watch how a drunk driver changes our life in an instant.
Yeah.
It only takes...
It's enough to even traumatize you to not even want to be like in any vehicle, dog, in your life. Like, damn. Okay, not laughing like in terms of... I'm just like the craziness of... You might want to walk everywhere. You might want to walk across the country. Like... Or you might just... Man, come on. You might want to like just be, you know... In a... What is that? Induced cycle? Induced cycle, damn. Self-induced coma. What? Induced cycle? What was I talking about? Anyway, you might want to be in one of those, you know, those deliberately induced comas. Why do I keep thinking cycles? You might want to be in one of those comas just to be driven across like country. Like it's enough to give you that kind of trauma where you just hate vehicles, bro, or any moving vehicle. You know what I'm saying? Car or some shit.
No, some things in life, it takes 10 seconds, maybe a minute to make a decision, and then, you know, it changes the trajectory of your life.
Yeah.
It only takes...
Crazy.
Let's say 2 minutes of walking to your car. Maybe another 5 minutes of getting on the road. But it only takes 5 seconds of a misjudgment on the road to change you and somebody else's life forever. 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
But it can all be prevented if you take the proper precautions before the night starts. And that's budgeting just for the Uber. There and back. Save on parking too.
Makes nothing need to tell you. When did you get on your antidepressants?
4 weeks ago.
So I don't know whether or not this video is real. Y'all seen?
Look. I'm not gonna lie, right? There's just one thing I want to point out right quick to handle the alcohol vice, bro. You know what I'm saying? So crazy.
My name's Coconut.
She lost all of her kids.
Lost all of her kids, dog.
Driver changes our life in an instant. It only takes 5 seconds. No, some things in life, it takes 10 seconds, maybe a minute to make a decision, and then, you know, it changes the trajectory of your life because you just made a horrible decision. If you take the proper precautions before the night starts, and that's budgeting just for the Uber. There and back. Save on parking too.
Information that we need to tell you. When did you get on your antidepressants?
Yeah, this is where I was at.
So I don't know whether or not this video is real. Y'all seen I got duped in a couple videos ago. You know, I guess it was a skit or something that I put in one of my videos, and I ain't even peep it was a skit. But anyways, so I don't know if this is just, you know, for a TV show or what it is, but there's some real validity to this.
Yeah.
A calm night out. You just want to relax. You're like, you know what? Where my friends at? Y'all, let's go out. Let's go to the club, get some drinks. Let's just feel loose for the night. You know, let's let our troubles, let's let it go, and let's enjoy the weekend. Clear conscience. Go out. Good intentions for the night, but one lack of judgment. And that's how you're getting home. Getting home in a way that you've always gotten home. Getting in your car, you're taking yourself home. 5 seconds of a mistake, kill somebody. Now you're facing felony charges, and somebody else didn't make it home. All because you decided to drive yourself home. All because you decided to drive. Video doesn't do anything. I'm sure it will save somebody's life. This video will save somebody's life. You may not even know if it was your life, but it saved somebody's life. I hope you were the person that got saved by this video. I plan on doing more videos like this, especially on Fridays.